of its statutory responsibilities and commitment in updating local regulations for improved service delivery, the Legislature of Coker Aguda Council organized an expanded stakeholders meeting to deliberate on newly proposed bylaws. Councillors, ward representatives, market leaders, ethnic associations, environmental officers, religious leaders, traditional rulers, and other relevant community bodies were in attendance as the Clerk of the House, Ms. Ggbenga Fagbola, presented the proposed bills. These include the Infrastructural and Construction Building Material Levy Bill, Environmental Sanitation Bill, Establishment of Coker Aguda Cleaning Marshal Bill, Observance of Market Sanitation Exercise Bill, Radio and Television License Bill, Street Naming Regulation Bill, among others.
10. Loitering during environmental sanitation days. Observance of market sanitation exercise. And lastly, establishment of Coker Aguda SCDA clean marshals. Private public toilet and other connected purpose. Food stop and regulated premises. Radio television license. Liquor and other products. Street naming regulation. Number 8. Infrastructural levy on construction and building materials.
The leader of the Legislative Chamber, Honorable Sulaiman Hafiz, stated that the community engagement demonstrates the Legislature's commitment to grassroots participatory governance. He assured that only regulations reflecting the aspirations of residents and promoting multi-sectorial sustainable development will be enacted.
The essence of this public hearing is to ensure that every voice is heard and that the laws guiding our community reflect the aspirations, needs, and values of the people we serve. As the representative of the people, our foremost duty is to enact laws that promote good governance, orderliness, and sustainable development within our SCDA. However, no law can be effective without the input and acceptance of the governed. Hence, the importance of this forum. This public hearing is not merely a formality, but a democratic platform for open dialogue, constructive engagement, and collective decision-making. I therefore encourage everyone present, our community leaders, residents, civil servants, and stakeholders to express their views, observations, and recommendations freely. Your contributions today will help us produce a bylaw that is fair, practical, and beneficial to all.
There was an extended deliberative session as stakeholders made submissions and observations on the practical formulation and implementation of some of the bylaws, with particular emphasis on environmental sanitation and revenue generation.
I want to draw the attention of our legislators to this sanitation issue. Primarily, I remember the last bylaw we had in this local area was in June, and it's quite encouraging that at this time of the day we are having another bylaw. I say more ever. I want you to know that the idea of PSP, working under sanitation law in this local government, has not been that effective. Before we go down into memory lane, I will draw your attention to those days when we have the PSP in operation, full operation. The idea was that before they can operate in the community, they should liaise with the community members through the CDA and then have an understanding with the community so as to have a proper manifesto and that will create an enabling environment for their operation.
The established structure, which are the sanitation officer, the system is corrupt. If you report to them direct and give them a certain building, that this building is not following environmental law, by the time they get there, they will be doing another thing. So that is the issue of marshal to come in. The marshal can be full time or part time. You have to look into it. like they are doing the road safety. You cannot put time per time. Because the moment you rely on the established structure in the civil servant, it will not work.
Whenever CDAs goes to any building going on rehabilitation or maybe a new project, a new building project, we used to face so many problems with the builder, either with the developer or the building owner itself. Even some of them will even tell us that what is CPA doing? They don't know the meaning of CPA. Why am I trying to modify that particular subject matter is that our major point of going to these buildings and rehabilitation buildings undergoing rehabilitation is on development level. And under our constitution, we know that we are empowered to try as much as possible to generate revenue for our development and other community usefulness. So, in essence, what I'm saying is that instead of saying infrastructure levy, construction and building material, already there are bodies and there are agencies that collect this money. And whenever CDA goes there, they will term it as double taxation.
Outside the environmental and the health issues that this constitutes, if you watch now, the weathers are very cold, there is flu everywhere, people are suffering catarrh and all that. All these are as a result of what? As a result of those fuels that you see emitting into the atmosphere. People spend so much on that. So you must look at that. Look at it critically. Number 3, as a local government, yes, the state will get allocation from federal government. Is it not? State gives it to us. Do you know that you can generate money from waste? That money you think you are going to get from regular TV license, those are infinitesimal amounts compared to what you get. Can't this local government, this LCD, sorry, can't we get a waste recycle center, get approval from LASEPA, get it to your waste, dispose your waste, you will get more money from it than going to tax poor people to come and pay TV license.
The Council Vice Chairman, Barrister Olaleye Matthew, highlighted the significance of the gathering, noting that the review of local regulations was long overdue, as the bylaws had not been amended for several years.
We decided to make this thing work today because we have seen that we are lacking behind in revenue collection. And of course, you know what keeps a local government going, apart from the fact that we get one from up, which we also need to generate our own revenue. And we don't have adequate laws that will take care of that. And that's why we are doing this. And we don't want to just drop a law onto the table of our citizens and our residents. We decided, okay, let all of us come together. The one that our legislative arm have put forward, come and deliberate on it. Give us your own idea about it. If our charges or the penalty or the way we intend to go about it is too much, adjust it. Tell us, we adjust. And if you think that there is a particular law that we have not included, and you can see that the way they've been discussing inside, people have been adding to whatever they have been saying, which means that all of us are on one page. And that's exactly why we have started to bring up this stakeholders meeting for this bylaw.
Community representatives commended the legislature for upholding democratic values, stating that the deliberations would foster inclusive and impactful governance.
We still have the legislative arm still has to do some own work, as they have postulated that people need to submit certain materials and maybe rejoinder, since today cannot even contain everything to make the promulgation of the law just one-off something. So there's going to be a follow-up, which I believe by the time they gather all the comments and observation, I think the law will be good to go.
Well, it's a very, very commendable one, and this is what we'll be clamoring for. Government should cascade to the grassroots, and how do you do it? Is by holding stakeholders meeting like this. I will want to say a big thank you to the leader of the House, Bowale Hafiz, for organizing this, so that you can be able to know the feeling of your residents, people that you are governing, make the bylaws so that in such a way that it will impact in their life, because governance without impact in the life of the people amounts to nothing.
Honorable Sulaimon Afiz reiterated that the valuable contributions of stakeholders would play a key role in shaping the final draft and successful implementation of the proposed bylaws.
Process of bylaw is to feel the pulse of the people. You know, criticisms. What are the don'ts and does that they don't want in the bylaw? We've heard what they said. We've taken note of their contributions. We'll go back home. We'll see to it again. If there is needs to still invite those critical stakeholders, we'll invite them so that we can have a perfect one that will be beneficial to the government and to the community as a whole.
By aligning local regulations with community needs, the robust engagement on the proposed bills is expected to enhance governance, strengthen institutional efficiency, and ultimately improve the quality of life for residents.